wonderful champions out there. Let me see if I am audible and visible. Puttaraju Karthik is here. Hi Puttaraj, how are you? Long time and so good to see you back. Okay, so I feel now, yes, I'm audible. So I feel now everyone is super excited to study for both since we do not have much time left, right? It's already 6:30, Baba, it's 5:30. I hope we all are on the same planet. Yes. So today we are going to start, covering the chapter that is human health and diseases, my dear children. And yes, I will make sure that I complete all the questions of your MCQs given in this particular PDF. I hope all of you know the PDF's name. It is Question Bank PDF, which is released by the government, right? I'm so sorry, Putta. I hope now it's all fine. Yes? So my dear children who are watching this video, I just have one very important thing coming out from you, that is give me the answers whenever I ask for you. Okay, so this is the first question that I have. Is it visible? Everything is good? Shall we go ahead with the first question that we have? Shall we? It's not that visible. Okay, I'll make sure I can do something about it. Just a second, okay? Yes. Is it better now? Okay, so the first question that we have over here is, which of the following pairs contains an infectious and non-infectious disease respectively? So you have to find which one has one infectious and one non-infectious disease. First is typhoid and AIDS. Typhoid, my dear children, it is a bacterial disease and it is infectious. What about AIDS? AIDS is basically caused by a virus and it is also considered to be infectious. It comes under STD, sexually transmitted disease, right? Puttaraju Karthik, now he can clearly say it. He says the answer for this question is D. Okay, I'm coming to that. Okay. Now AIDS and cancer. AIDS is infectious, but cancer is not an infectious disease. AIDS is infectious and cancer is not an infectious disease, which is why I should be locking this option. But let me see other options. Pneumonia and malaria. Pneumonia is infectious. Malaria is also, if at all you get the mosquitoes bite, you might also get it. Cancer and malaria. Cancer, my dear children, it is non-infectious, and malaria, my dear children, what do you think? Malaria is what? It is infectious. What is the answer for this question? Over here, you have two options. One is infectious, other has to be non-infectious. Since, my dear children, both this one having one infectious and non-infectious, I can say both B and D. But here if we see in questions, a question which has been asked, they are asking you first one should be infectious and the second one should be non-infectious. In that case, your answer for this question would be what? It would be B. And what is exactly B over here? B is AIDS and cancer. Option B, yes. Rukmini, hi dear, how are you? I hope you're fine. Yes, Putta. Yes, Puttaraju Karthik, you are absolutely correct. Okay, I hope you got the logic. So please go through the question really well and then only go ahead with answering. Otherwise, we might lose our marks. Second question. Hi, Sujay Nayak. Hi, Sujay. Okay, chalo, next question. Question number 2. So, my dear children, we will count our marks. Okay, while we solve this, we are going to count our marks. And let's see who is the one who are able to get the maximum of them correct. Okay. So, which of the following is not a bacterial disease in humans? Pneumonia, malaria, plague and diphtheria. Which one among them is not a bacterial disease? Pneumonia is caused by what? Pneumonia is caused by bacteria, ma'am. Malaria is caused by what? A protozoan, a plasmodium. It is a protozoan, it is not a bacteria. Plague and diphtheria and pneumonia, 3 of them are caused by bacteria. One among them, that is malaria, is caused by plasmodium, which is nothing but a protozoan. It is a protozoan. So which is why this would be a wrong one. Okay, D boss is there. D boss is there. Says the answer is C. Okay. Bhagu is also there saying the answer is C. Rukmani said the answer is B. Puttaraju Karthik also said the answer is B. So yes, plague is spread through rat. Okay, plague is spread through rat, but basically it's a bacterial disease. So this is one very important thing that I want to tell you guys. Listen to me carefully. So in your NCERT, you know what they have done? They have mentioned that typhoid and pneumonia, both of them are bacterial disease. Now, if at all you read the paragraph of pneumonia very, very properly, at last line they have mentioned plague, diphtheria, dysentery are also bacterial diseases. So please don't miss out on those information, which is why we might get our answers wrong. But now I hope it's crystal clear. It is malaria, plague and diphtheria, pneumonia, all of them are bacterial. Okay. Hi, Vidya. Okay, option B. Chalo. Next question that we have. One of the following is not the causal organism for ringworm. That means you have said that one among these options are someone who's not going to cause what you call ringworm disease. So microsporum, trichophyton, epidermophyton, macrosporum. What do you think is the answer for this? Option D for third question. Option D for third question. So Puttaraju Karthik is saying that microsporum is not the one who causes ringworm, but everyone else is. What do you guys think? The other people who are watching this video, what do you guys think? Microsporum, trichophyton, epidermophyton, do they cause the disease that is ringworm disease? Yes, ma'am. Why? Because ringworm disease, even though the name is ringworm, it is not caused by worm. It is caused by three types of fungi. Either microsporum, microspores. Trichophyton and epidermophyton are fighting. You remember like that. Macro is out of the box, which is why this is the odd one out. This is our option. Just a second, okay? Yeah. This is our option, which is wrong. Fine. Can we go ahead to the next question? So my dear children, are we understanding, or do you think you need explanation? You can let me know and I'll pause the video. I'll stop the video unless and until you are able to understand. Shall we go to the next question? Give me a thumbs up if everything is okay. We are on the third question. Until third question, if at all everything is okay, just give me a thumbs up. Then we will move on to the next question. Chalo, come on. Rukmini, Bhagu, D Boss, Puttaraju, Sujay Nayak, all of you, were you able to understand all the other questions? Can we move on to the next question? Come on, children, tell me. Yes, Vidya, thank you so much, dear. Okay, question number 4. Question number 4 is right over here. An intestinal parasite which causes blockage of the intestinal passage and whose eggs are excreted along with the feces of infected person is. So here you are being asked this question, that there is an intestinal parasite, a parasite that lives in the intestine, and it causes blockage in the intestine, and they also put their eggs, and these eggs are basically passed down through the fecus, that means stool. Okay, stool of the infected person. Which is that particular parasite that you are being asked about? For A, Rugmini says the answer for this question is A, Wuchereria bancrofti. Okay, B is Ascaris, C is Epidermophyton, and D is Microsporum. Think once more. What is the answer for this question? All of you are saying A, Wuchereria bancrofti is the answer. My dear children, think once more. Have you heard about roundworm? Roundworm is also known as Ascaris. This is the one that gets into the intestine, causes blockage there. We will also feel anemic because our blood is being lost. Okay, it is Ascaris, not Wuchereria bancrofti. Wuchereria bancrofti causes filariasis or elephantiasis. You might have seen a picture of a man having big leg. Why do you think it's there? Because his leg is swollen. There is a fluid being accumulated. You call this fluid as lymph fluid. So here in Wuchereria bancrofti, it affects the lymphatic system which collects the fluid. And if there is no one to collect the fluid, what will happen? It will get swollen up. It will cause swelling. So Wuchereria bancrofti causes problems in the lymphatic system. You are being asked about intestine, so your answer should be B. Okay? So over here, the answer for this particular question is B, Ascaris. Got it? Yes, Rugmini. Later on, yes, it's done. Yes, Puttaraju Karthik, awesome. So children, I hope you have got it. You've got it understood. Please do not mess around these type of questions. Let's go ahead with the next question then. Okay. Next question says, Elephantiasis, a chronic inflammation that results in gross deformities, is caused by elephantiasis, elephant like leg. A chronic inflammation that results in gross deformities is caused by what? Ascaris, E. coli, Wuchereria, Trichophyton. Now I just told you the thing right now. Okay, so 5C, Rukmani already gave me the answer, Puttaraju also gave me the answer, Bhagu also gave me the answer, Vidya also gave me the answer. Yes, your answer for this question, elephantiasis or filariasis, is caused by C, which is what? Wuchereria bancrofti. There are two types of Wuchereria, Wuchereria malai and Wuchereria bancrofti. All of you, kudos to you guys. Awesome. You are doing awesome, awesome, awesome. So, Ganesh, ma'am, model paper 2 solved, ma'am. Model paper solution will be given to you on Saturday. Please do not be worried. Okay? Chalo. Next question. Sixth question. Are we ready to solve that? Which of the following is affected by infection of Wuchereria bancrofti? Now again, same thing that we have discussed. Which of the following is affected by the infection of Wuchereria bancrofti? Lymphatic vessels, respiratory system, nervous system, blood circulation. Option A, Puttaraju, Karthik, Rukmani, Bhagu, everyone is saying option A. Yes, my dear children, you guys are so attentive. You guys are so good. So this particular organism which comes under helminths, okay, they are helminths. And they basically affect our lymphatic vessels. So there won't be anyone to collect the lymph fluid. And when the lymph fluid gets accumulated, you have that swelling. So your answer for this question would be A. Kudos. Chalo. Next question. You guys are fire. Okay. Which of the following diseases is transmitted by the bite of female mosquito vector? Now again for this also you should know the basics. So which of the following diseases transmitted by the bite of female mosquito vector? What do you think is the answer for the 7th question? Filariasis, amoebiasis, typhoid, pneumonia. Ma'am, we just know that malaria is the disease that is spread through mosquito. We also know dengue and chikungunya, but we have no idea about the other things. Anyone who has the idea? Okay, Bhagu has the idea and also Vidya also have the idea, and they are saying the answer for this question is A. Is it A? Which of the following diseases transmitted by bite of female mosquito vector? It is filariasis. So elephantiasis or filariasis, it is caused by Wuchereria bancrofti. But who is the one who is going to transmit it? It is none other than a mosquito whose name is Culex. It is known as Culex mosquito. So filariasis is your answer, and which is the mosquito which transfers it? It is Culex mosquito. Okay. So your answer for this question becomes A. It is A. Now this mosquito's name is not given in your NCERT, but one thing is given, that it is spread through the bite of mosquito. So please understand, it is this mosquito which spreads it. Filariasis is your answer for this question. Okay, fine. Can we go ahead? All 11 children, I'm super happy to see all of you guys over here, and I want all of you to tell me the answers, even if it is wrong. Okay, that is how we are going to study well. So we are on question number 8. Let's try to solve this, and all of you who know the answer, try it out. Which of the following pairs correctly matches a disease and the pathogen causing it? So you have to tell the disease and the pathogen causing it. It should be correct match. So first thing that we have is typhoid caused by Salmonella typhi. Is typhoid caused by Salmonella typhi? Yes, it is. It is caused by Salmonella typhi. What about pneumonia? Haemophilus pneumoniae. Ma'am, I have a doubt. Pneumonia is caused by Haemophilus, but it is not pneumonia, it is influenzae. Haemophilus influenzae and Streptococcus pneumoniae. There are two types of bacteria that causes pneumonia. One is Haemophilus influenzae and Streptococcus pneumoniae. They have put both of them together to make you confused. Okay. Now, malaria is caused by Ascaris lumbricoides. No, malaria is caused by Plasmodium, not Ascaris lumbricoides. Ascaris causes ascariasis. Now, ringworm disease and Amoeba histolytica. Ringworm disease is a fungal disease. It's not caused by Amoeba histolytica. So, your only answer for this question is what? Puttaraju, Karthik, A. Bhagu also A. Mansi says A. Yes, I will explain. Putta, don't worry. I'll explain. Okay. All of you, Vidya also says the answer is A. Yes, it is A. It would be A. Now, since Puttaraju Karthik is asking me about filariasis, listen to me carefully for everyone who do not know about it. Okay, it will be a good explanation to you guys also. So in our NCERT, there are two diseases which is caused by helminthic worms. So there are a group of worms which we call as helminthic worms. One worm is Ascaris, which causes ascariasis. It basically affects our intestine. Okay, it basically affects our intestine, and it is passed from humans to humans with the fecus, okay, with the stool that we release, because in the stool they have their eggs. And suppose this stool, stool mixes up some water and we drink that water without boiling it, we might also get it. That is how ascariasis is being spread. Now the second helminthic disease is filariasis. It is caused by another helminth which is known as Wuchereria bancrofti. Now what does this Wuchereria bancrofti do? Basically it enters into our lymphatic vessels, causes blockage there. So lymphatic vessels usually they take up the lymph fluid which is gathered in between the cells and they give it back to the heart. That is what it usually do. But as of now, since the lymphatic vessels are being blocked, the fluid is there, it is accumulated, which is why we get what? We get big swelling, and it is usually towards the genital regions and towards the lower limb regions. Now this particular disease, even though it's caused by helminth, it is not transferred like that through stool or things like that. It is transferred through the bite of a mosquito which is known as Culex mosquito. So the vector is needed and the vector is a mosquito. I hope that is cleared. Okay, mindful music, thank you. Ma'am, thank you. For what? Well, thank you to you too. Okay. Okay. So over here, let's go ahead with the question number 9. I hope Puttaraju Karthik, all your doubts are being sorted. Appearance of dry, scaly lesions with itching on various parts of the body are the symptoms of. So we have dry, scaly lesions and there is itching on different parts of the body. Which is that particular disease which is associated with this? Elephantiasis, ringworm, ascariasis, amoebiasis. Rukmini says the answer for 9 is B. Vidya also says it is B. Okay. Two people who say the answer for this question is B. Anyone who say no, it's something wrong. Puttaraju Karthik also says B. Bhagu also says it's B. So since everyone is saying it's B, let's log B. The answer is B. Ringworm disease is caused by fungus. It forms a ring-like structure, which is why it is known as ringworm disease. So you guys are absolutely correct. In this fungal disease, you get dry, scaly lesions with itching and everything. It can be transmitted through other people if at all you use their comb or towels. Mansi, you are also correct, my dear darling. Let's go ahead then. Next question, 10th question. Now this is a question that I want the answer from you guys. Okay, this question's answer I want from you guys. Hemozoin is what? Precursor of hemoglobin. Toxin released from streptococcus infected cells. Toxin released from plasmodium infected cells. Toxin released from hemophilus infected cell. What do you think is the answer for the 10th question? Hemozoin is what? 10th answer, Mansi says the answer for this question is B. Okay. Think about it. Everyone else who is watching this video, my dear children, try to think about it. Hemozoin is what? Is a precursor of hemoglobin, toxin released from streptococcus infected cells or plasmodium infected cells or hemophilus infected cells. So I see A, B, C options are given to me. So Bhagu says the answer for this question is B. Okay, and Puttaraju says the answer for this question is C, and rest of all of you are saying for A and B. Vidya also says the answer for this question is C. So this is a very important question. Please understand, malaria as a whole is an important topic, and the answer for this question is this. Hemozoin is released from plasmodium infected cell. Now if at all you are someone who finds difficulty in remember, listen to me carefully. Plasmodium is what? A protozoan. This plasmodium basically enters our body and it goes first to the liver. In the liver, they basically do asexual mode of reproduction. When they are in too much amount, the liver cells will be breaking open. And all this tutu plasmodium which is there, they will also be moved into our blood. So first they come into liver, then they go to our RBC. Now in the RBC, my dear children, what do we have? In the RBC, we have a very important component which you call as hemoglobin. Everyone might be knowing hemoglobin, and you know this plasmodium feeds on hemoglobin. It breaks the hemoglobin down to what? Heme and globin. And it is all happening within one particular cell. So this plasmodium which just broke down the heme and globin, you know, heme is very toxic for them. They cannot sustain if at all heme is there. So what do? They convert into something else. So the thing that they convert it into is known as hemozoin. So they converted into hemozoin. Now they are pretty safe. Hemozoin is here and our plasmodium is also here. Everyone is totally happy. But you know what happens? Within this, the pathogen which is there, plasmodium which is there, it is undergoing asexual reproduction. It is increasing its number with the help of asexual reproduction. And one day will come where this pathogens will have no space, which is why the cell is going to break open. And when it does, what will happen? The hemozoin which is there, it is going to be released in our blood. And for us, hemozoin is toxic. Hemo is not toxic for us. Hemozoin is very toxic for us, which is why we get fevers and chills. That is why we say in malaria, you get fevers and chills between a gap. Whenever cell lies, whenever hemozoin is being released, we are going to get this fevers and chills. I hope you have understood this. So which is why your answer for this question would be what? C. Understood? All of you understood? Will you make this mistake again? Give me a thumbs up if everything is cool, or give me some heart if everything is cool. That's how I am going to get understand. Okay. Yes, ma'am, fully. Thank you so much. Okay, my dear children, next time don't do mistake in this question. Going ahead with that hope to the next question. Okay, Vidya, okay. Thank you so much, Puttaraju. Thank you, Vidya. Let's go ahead with the next question. Chalo. Now this will be very easy for you guys since you know the answer. A toxic substance responsible for the chills and the high fever reoccurring every 3 to 4 days in malarial fever is? Bhagu, okay, thank you so much. Ma'am, you can call me Putta. Okay, I'll call you Putta. Okay. Toxic substance, yes, Rukmani is here with the answer 11B, and Putta also says 11B. Mansi also says B. Yes, my dear children, you guys are absolutely correct. And now since we have understood the concept, it is B, and I hope you know the reason, right? It is B. Toxic substance responsible for fevers and chills in malarial patient is hemozoin. It is toxic for us. Going ahead with the next question, that is question number 12. During the life cycle of plasmodium, gametocytes develop in. Now this might be a tricky question. During the life cycle of plasmodium, gametocytes develop in. What is gametocyte? Children, can you tell me the answer like 12 A, B, C, D or things like that? It will be easy for me to understand which question are you solving. Okay, Bhagu says B, Puttaraju says D is the option for this. Okay. D is the option for this. What is the answer for this? Anyone else have any other options to tell? Rukmani says the answer is A. Okay. Chalo. Vidya also says the answer is A. Well, Rukmani and Vidya, you guys are correct over here because the actual answer is this only. So listen to me carefully. Plasmodium, it has different stages in our body. The stage in which it enters our body, you call that stage as sporozoite stage. What do you call that as? You call that stage as, where shall I write? Sporozoite stage. Now in this stage, they entered our body. They go to the liver cells first. They undergo asexual reproduction. You have different names of things happening out there. Then they get into the RBC. In the RBC, I told you again they will undergo asexual reproduction, and now they will come out in a different stage. And that particular stage is known as gametocyte stage. So gametocytes are basically formed inside the human RBC. What are gametocytes? Gametocytes have the ability to form the gametes. Now when gametes are there, the gametes can fuse together, and this is known as sexual reproduction. But do you think it happens in our body? No. So gametocytes are now released when the RBC is being broken open. Gametocytes are released. Gametocytes are now in our blood. Another mosquito comes and drinks our blood. It takes in the gametes. Now within the mosquito's gut, suppose I am the mosquito. In my gut, in the mosquito's gut, the gametocytes are going to form gametes, and these gametes are going to fuse. And the whole thing happens. And the whole thing happens out there. So sexual reproduction happens in the body of the mosquito. Asexual reproduction happens in our body, and in human RBC you get gametocytes. Never forget this. Okay, which is why your answer for this question would be A. So over here I saw Rukmini and Vidya were the people who gave me the correct answer. All the others definitely tried, and I'm super happy for you guys. And I hope you will not forget from now on, right? You will not. Because I have seen a lot of you correcting one mistake when I go ahead with the next question. So awesome. Now question number 13. Try to solve this. Which of the following is a viral disease? Pneumonia, typhoid, common cold and malaria. It's an easy question, right? So yes, Puttaraju says 13C, Mansi also says 13. Anyone else who want to give the answer? By the way, my dear children, please share this video's link with your friends also so that everyone else can join and it will be even more better video, okay? It will be even more better session with all of you engaging. It will be nice. So Rukmini, Putta, Vidya and Bhagu, all of you guys are correct. Your answer for this question would be what? C. Which of the following is a viral disease? So viral disease, pneumonia is a bacterial disease. Typhoid is also a bacterial disease. Common cold is a viral disease. It is caused by which virus? Anyone? Anyone know their name? Which is the virus which causes this particular thing, common cold? And D, malaria is also caused by Plasmodium. So any idea which organism causes common cold? Put it down over here right now. Rhinovirus, exactly. Rhinoviruses are a group of virus which causes common cold. And you know what the feature of viruses are? They change the genetic material every now and then, which is why we do not have a solid, medicine for common cold. Okay, going ahead, awesome. Solve question number 14. The human immunodeficiency virus primarily attacks and destroys what? Red blood cells, T lymphocytes, platelets or neurons? Okay, yes Vidya, you were also correct, Rhino. Mansi says the answer for this question is 14B, T lymphocytes. Okay, Putta also, Shazia Banu is there. Hi dear. Okay, so I see children sending it to their friends as well, and now all of them joining. Kudos, my dear champs. Okay, Bhagu also says same thing. Okay, kudos, my dear children. Your answer for this question, the human immunodeficiency virus primarily attacks and destroys the T lymphocytes. And in T lymphocytes, which T lymphocytes? Helper T lymphocytes. So you know what? Helper T lymphocytes helps in immunity. It goes and tells the other cell to secrete this, to secrete that. Now suppose you destroy the mediator, do you think that our immunity will be on the same level? No, it will go down. And that's the aim of HIV virus, to make our immunity down, which is why your answer for this question is T lymphocytes. I will ask you a question. Okay, T helper lymphocytes to be specific, as I told you. Now I will ask you a question. Which cell is known as the HIV factory? Which cell is known as the HIV factory? Anyone? This question is not over here, I suppose. Anyone knows this question's answer? Which cell is known as the HIV factory? Just according to your NCERT, I am asking you this question. That can also pop up on your examination. Any idea? Don't know? HIV factory. So whenever HIV virus enters into a body, yes Mansi, yes Shazia, macrophage. Okay, it is macrophage. So when HIV enters into a body, first of all, it needs to increase its number. That is why it primarily gets into a type of WBC, white blood cell, whose name is macrophages. It replicates over there, which is why it is known as HIV factory. Later on, the virus moves towards to kill what? The T lymphocytes out there. So in T lymphocytes cell also they replicate. But first thing, HIV factory, as mentioned in your NCERT, is macrophage. Later on, it comes and affects this. So this is the primary target, but first of all, it has to increase its army, which is why it goes to macrophage. Always remember. Okay? With that information coming up, let's go to the next question. Chalo, solve this question. Question number 15. Tell me more about macrophage and repeated, ma'am, I didn't understand. Okay, I'll tell once more, listen to me carefully. So in our body, there are multiple type of WBCs. For all of you who know also, please listen to me, you might get some extra information. Yes, so there are multiple type of WBC. One such WBC is macrophage. Another type of WBC is T lymphocytes. T helper lymphocyte, T cytotoxic cells, lots of cells are there. Now, the first time when the HIV enters, it has to make sure that they increase their number. With one HIV virus, we cannot do anything, right? You have to increase its number, which is why it enters the macrophages first. It enters, it increases the number. There will be so many HIV viruses which will be coming out from this macrophages, my dear children. Now, it will go and affect the T helper cells because its aim is to lower down our immunity. And if this guy is sorted, everything is gone. Our immunity goes very less. So, which is why it gets into the T lymphocytes. There also it will replicate, it will increase their number. But primary aim for the T lymphocyte is to kill them. Okay, so if at all you are asked the HIV factory, it is macrophages. If at all you are asked which is the primary target, it is T lymphocytes. Or if you have a question that among these cells, which is the cell in which the HIV virus replicate, then also T lymphocyte will be the answer, because over here you do not have macrophages as an option. They will not give you two options together. Do not worry. Okay, chalo. Next question. 15th. Oh, I saw 15th. You started answering the 15th question. Okay. Which of the following is an autoimmune disorder? Who was saying first? Mansi was the first person to say. Then Bhagu. Okay. Putta also. Rukmini also. All of you are correct, because the answer for this question is a rheumatoid arthritis. It is an autoimmune disease. What do you mean by autoimmune disease? When your body is not able to recognize between self and non-self. So it kills our own cells itself. And in rheumatoid arthritis, that happens. Basically, the cells which are found in our joints are being killed, which is why we have joint pain in rheumatoid arthritis. Going ahead with 16th question, try to solve this. Okay. The chemical secreted by virus infected cells that can protect other cells from further infection is. Try to solve this. Okay, all of you are in full josh. Putta says 16C. Sagar is here. Hi Sagar. Mansi says 16C. Putta again says C. Children, Sagar also says C. So chemical secreted by virus infected cells that can protect other cells, it is none other than interferons. Remember, suppose this cell is affected by a virus. Now, it will release some things. It will release some things which will go and act on other cells and tell that, hey, you guys be safe, there is a virus attack happening in our body. And it will inform the other immune cells to please produce more amount of, immune cells out there which can protect the other cells from getting damaged. So it is interferons which is being released by a virus infected cells. Always remember now. Okay, so your answer for this question is C. Yes, Rukmini, yes, Mansi, yes, Sagar, Putta, all of you, Vidya, all of you are absolutely correct. Children, let's go one by one. Do not go ahead, okay, with the questions. Otherwise, we might lose track of things. Okay, next question. I really love seeing that all of you are attempting as many questions as possible. So that's a good thing, but please wait, okay. Antibodies present in colostrum which protect the newborn from certain diseases is IgG, IgA, IgD and IgE. So 17th B, Putta, Mansi all 17th B, Sagar, it's okay Sagar, no issues. Sajja says B, Vidya also says B. Okay, Sagar is saying B. Okay, so the answer for this question is B. The thing that is present in the milk of the mother is IgA. So you can remember IgA, A for Amma. So this is found in the first milk, which is known as colostrum. This gives what type of immunity? It gives passive immunity. Passive immunity to the babies, because babies do not have good amount of good amount of immune cells present in their body. So for them you have to give ready-made antibodies. So this becomes an example of passive immunity. Question number 18. Now try to solve this. Which of the following is not a lymphoid tissue? Spleen, tonsils, pancreas or thymus? Putta says the answer for this question is C. Bhagu says the answer for this question is C. Come on. Putta, my dear child, please do not go ahead. Let's solve questions one by one. Please. Okay. Mansi says it's C. Putta also says it's C. What about others? Rukmini, Shazia, Vidya. Okay, 18C is the answer. Yes. So which of them is not a lymphoid tissue? Spleen is, tonsil is, thymus is also there, pancreas is the odd one out. So here your answer for this question would be C, pancreas. Now going ahead with the next question, 19th question. The site where lymphocytes interact with antigen and proliferate to become effector cells are. So now the lymphocytes which are there, they are meeting the antigens, that means the pathogens, and they are going to show the effect of killing them. So where does it happen? Thymus and lymph node, bone marrow and thymus, Peyer's patch and tonsils, bone marrow and spleen. 19th B is the answer. Okay, Vidya says 18C. Yes dear, 18C was the answer. Rukmini also says 19B. Shazia also says B. Is B the correct answer for this question? Let me see. What is B? The site where lymphocytes interact with antigens and proliferate to become effector cells. Bone marrow and thymus, you guys are absolutely wrong if at all you are saying B. Listen, First place is where they become antigen sensitive. They become matured and they become antigen sensitive. That means they know that if this antigen comes, I have to do dishum. That is being known as being antigen sensitive. That happens in the primary lymphoid organs such as bone marrow and thymus. Here you are not being asked about antigen sensitive. Here you are being asked that what is that area where they actually meet the antigen and they start doing dishum. They become effector cells. That has to be secondary lymphoid organ. So here thymus is primary lymphoid organ, lymph node is secondary, which is why we'll cancel that out because both of them should be secondary. Here both of them are primary. Here Peyer's patch and tonsils is there. Both of them are secondary lymphoid organ, which is why this is your answer. Bone marrow and spleen, wrong. So over here, what is your answer? Your only answer is Peyer's patch and tonsils. Always remember. Okay, always remember. So your answer for this question is going to be C. 19th answer is C. Why it is C? Peyer's patch and tonsils, both of them are secondary lymphoid organs. Put it down anywhere. Okay, put it down anywhere. Bhagu, what happened here? All good? Okay. So answer is 19C and Sagar is also there saying C. Yes. All awesome. Listen. Okay, write it somewhere right now. Since you guys are asking, I can write it somewhere for you guys. So, in our body, we have primary lymphoid organ. Primary is where they become antigen sensitive. That means they know that I have to react to certain antigens. That is what you mean by antigen sensitive. Now, secondary lymphoid organs are there where the lymphocytes become effector cells. That means they are going to actually show the effect of killing those antigens. So that happens in secondary lymphoid organs. What are primary lymphoid organs in our body? We just have two. One is bone marrow and the other one is thymus. Rest everything which is there, spleen, lymph node, MALT, all of them, they come under secondary lymphoid organs. Here you are asked where is that portion where the cells become effector cells. It is going to be secondary lymphoid organ, which is Peyer's patch and tonsils. Okay? Okay, I hope Puttaraju Karthik, it is sorted now. Let's go ahead with the next question. My dear children, I do not have any problem. Just that, please concentrate and please solve all the questions. That is the only thing that I want. You guys are forgiven. Just solve this and be happy. Okay? Chalo. And I'm really super proud of you and solve this question. Anti-venom against snake poison contains what? Antigen antibody complex, preformed antibodies or enzymes. Anti-venom against snake poison. So whenever someone gets a snake bite and they go to doctor, do the doctor say that, hey, wait, let the body produce its own antibodies? No, if we wait for our body to produce antibodies, we will die. Which is why, what do we need? We need ready-made antibodies. We need ready-made antibodies. So anti-venom, which is there against the snake poison, it contains the preformed antibodies. Yes, Mansi, you are correct. Rukmani, you are also correct. Putta, let's see. Okay, it's okay. It happens sometimes. So the answer for this question is preformed antibodies. C is your answer for this question. Always remember, antitoxin, anti-venom, everything will be containing the preformed antibodies. Vidya also correct. Super correct. Awesome. So 20, answer is C. Let's go ahead with the next question. That is this. Vaccines work by. How does vaccines work? Stimulating the production of antibodies, blocking the entry of pathogens into the body, reducing inflammation, killing the pathogen directly. How does vaccine work? Sagar, you were also correct there. So whenever we are given vaccine, so in COVID time, we were given vaccine, right? Why? Because usually what happens, I'll tell you. Whenever our body encounters an antigen or a pathogen, okay, it basically initially have a slower response because it is for the first time that we are seeing something like that. So we have antibodies being released, but very less. The second time when the same infection comes, our body has the memory that something like this has happened. Now I have to produce the specific antibodies to kill that specific antigen. Right? That is how it usually works. Now suppose I am given vaccination. In vaccination, I am given the weakened pathogen, the weak pathogen or basically that pathogen into my body. It is being put. Why? Because I want my body to release some antibodies. So next time when actual infection comes, my body will be releasing these antibodies in much more amount and keeping me safe. So here, vaccines work by stimulating the production of antibodies would be the correct answer for this question. Okay, 21st question, my dear children. Your answer for this would be vaccines work by stimulating the production of antibodies. A is your answer. Vidya, yes. Sagar, yes. Okay, and Putta also yes. Awesome. Awesome, my dear children. So this is how we practice and this is how we learn even more better. Yeah? Can we go ahead with the next question? Question number 22. Shall we go ahead with that? Which form of pathogen is used in vaccination? Now in vaccination, which form of pathogen is being used? Activated and strong pathogenic antigens. Do you use something that is already activated? It can lead trouble in our body. No, it can actually cause a disease. Preformed antigens. Inactivated and weakened pathogen. Yes, so all of you, Mansi, Sagar, Putta, all of you are absolutely correct and you guys are actually listening. Ashish, I do not know how to pronounce it, so I'll just call you Asha. Will that work? Okay. So all of you are absolutely correct when you guys said here it is inactivated and weakened pathogen that we used in vaccination. We just want to bring the immune response. That's all, right? We do not want to actually cause any trouble to the body. Going ahead with the 23rd question. Injection of antitoxin in tetanus confers which type of immunization? Whenever I am giving an antitoxin in tetanus, what type of immunization happens over here? Try to solve this. 23rd question. Yes, Vidya, you were correct with 22nd question. Of good. Rukmini is there, says the answer for 23rd is B. Okay, Sagar says it's also B. Mansi also says it's B. Let's see if it is actually B or not. Injection of antitoxin in tetanus confers which type of immunization? I told you in antitoxin you get ready-made antibodies. And if at all you are giving ready-made antibodies, is your body participating actively or passively? It is participating passively, which is why your answer for this question would be passive immunization. Passive immunization. So Rukmini, you were correct. Okay, Sagar, you were also correct. Mansi, my dear child, you were also correct. Okay, awesome. So you know what? We have already done 23 questions and I'm super proud of you. And my dear children, if at all you think that, the work that you're putting is less or things like that, don't think like that anymore, because you are hard-working children and I can clearly see that. And if at all you are liking this session, do not forget to subscribe to the channel if at all you're new. And do not forget to hit the like button as well. Okay? Sagar, Putta is asking to repeat it. Injection of antitoxin in tetanus confers which type of immunization? I told you antitoxin contains ready-made antibodies. And when you are not relying on your body to produce antibodies, rather you are intaking some ready-made antibodies, this type of immunization is known as passive immunization. Okay, passive immunization. Fine. Let's go ahead. Are we ready for the next page? Okay. Now this question, 24th question, can be only solved by people who have read the NCERT properly. Hepatitis B vaccine is produced from inactivated virus, yeast, Haemophilus influenzae, Salmonella typhi. Tetanus is a disease which is caused by bacteria. Okay. Rukmini 24B. Sagar also says the answer is 24B. So I see all of you have read the NCERT properly, huh? Wow, that's super great. So in the vaccination portion, at the end of it, they have given one line. Hepatitis B vaccine was commercially being produced with the help of yeast. So your answer for this question is B. There is no explanation. It's a very direct question, directly coming out from NCERT. Okay? Cool. Yes. Let's try the next question out there. The most abundant antibody produced against allergens is, so whenever we have allergy, which is that antibody which is produced the most? IgE, IgA, IgG, IgM. 25th A, Putta says A, Saga, no ma'am, I learned from your lecture. That's so kind of you. Okay. Vidya also says 24th. It is B. Yes, my dear. Okay. Rukmani says 25A. Okay. So the answer for this question is A. And I'll tell you the way to remember it. It's super simple. Okay. In allergy, they're asking you which is the antibody which is found most. So allergy, IgE, both of them sound similar, which is why please remember it is IgE. Okay. It is IgE. Your answer for this question. Now, I have a question for you guys. Tell me, it's not there over here. I am asking you personally. Listen and tell me, okay, which is that antibody that is passed from the mother to the fetus? The first antibody that passes from the mother to the fetus is what? This is not there in the question bank. I am asking you, and this question could be popping up. IgG. Putta says IgG is the answer. Is it? How many antibodies do you have? How many antibodies do you have? We have GAMED, gamed. We have 5 antibodies, and I am asking you which is that something that passes from the mother to the child. First antibody to pass. Some of you might say it is IgA, as I can clearly see. Okay, IgA is passed from the milk, right, after the baby is being born. When the baby is inside the mother's womb, through placenta, a very important antibody is being transferred, and that is IgG. Always remember, from the placenta, IgG antibody is given to the baby. When the baby comes out from the amma, you get IgA through the milk. Okay? Hi Nagaraj, I hope you're great. So the answer is IgG. IgM and IgM is actually the biggest antibody out there. It is there for all the other functions. It does not have a specified functions which is there given in your NCERT. Okay. So yes, let's go ahead with the next question. I hope you will never forget it. 26th, which of the following cells actively participate during allergy? Now this is also allergy related question. Come on, solve this. And let me... Putta, you were correct, my dear child. Now let's solve the next question. Mansi says 26. The answer is C. Sagar also says C. Putta says C. Nagaraj is also here saying C. Okay. Which of the following cells actively participate during allergy? B lymphocytes, liver cells, mast cells, red blood cells. It is mast cells. It is what? Mast cells. And you can remember them as mast cells. Okay, mast means enjoying, they are enjoying. So basically I'll tell you what exactly happens over here. In mast cells, on the surface of mast cells, no, this IgE antibodies comes and binds. What is this? This is IgE antibody. Now you have some allergen, suppose dust. This allergen is going to bind on this antibody. Right, now a reaction happens. Within the mast cell, you have 2 very important secretions. One is histamine, and the second one is serotonin. Both of these secretions are being released in the blood. And you know what do? Suppose your blood vessel is like this. They will make sure the blood vessel, where did it go? Just a second. Where are we? Huh. It will make sure that the blood vessel which is there, I'm sorry. It happens exclusively with me because, okay, it gets dilated. It is going to get dilated because of histamine and serotonin. You know why? Because histamine and serotonin increases the length, increases the diameter of the blood vessel such that other WBCs can come over here and cause a lot of other problems. Basically, it is for increasing the immunity, but it is actually an over-exaggerated response. So your answer for this question is C. Okay, your answer for this question is C, and I'm so sorry for doing that. 26th, C. 27th, a chemical carcinogen present in tobacco smoke is responsible for. Now all of you went with 27th question and I was stuck in 26 explaining to you. Okay. A chemical carcinogen present in tobacco smoke is responsible for skin cancer, pancreatic cancer, stomach cancer, D, lung cancer. You are saying lung cancer. Mansi says lung cancer. Rukmini also, Nagaraj also. And Sagar, it's okay dear. Please take care. And Nagaraj also, okay. So the answer is basically lung cancer. The answer over here is basically lung cancer. What is there in the tobacco? It is nicotine which is there in the tobacco, which basically is a big problem. It can cause cancer, it can cause other troubles as well. Okay? So your answer for this question is 27D. 28th question. Can we try 28th question? Come on. 28th question. Which of the following approaches is not used for the treatment of cancer? Immunotherapy, surgery, radiotherapy, antiretroviral therapy. Which one is not used in the treatment of cancer? So Nagaraj says D, Mansi says D, Putta also says D. Okay, for the other question, Rukmini says 28D. Yes. So here, what is D option? D option says antiretroviral therapy. Antiretroviral therapy you will need when a virus is causing a trouble out there. For example, in HIV/AIDS, you need antiretroviral therapy. Over here, you do not need it. It's the treatment for cancer. So here, this is the odd one out. You need radiotherapy, you need surgery, you also need immunotherapy for cancer. Okay. Putta is asking, ma'am, please explain mast cell. Mast cell is a normal cell which is there in our body. Okay, it is, it basically on the surface of this mast cells, the antibody E, IgE comes and binds. Now suppose there is an allergen, some dust particle. This dust particle also binds to the IgE, and IgE is bound to the mast cell. So what happens? A chemical signal is being sent over here. Now, within the mast cell, whatever secretions are there, for example, histamine and serotonin, they are being released. They are being released. And that causes swelling, this and that is why we have an allergic response. Okay? Okay, so 29th question, let's try to solve it. 29th question, SMAC is a drug obtained from latex of Papaver somniferum, leaves of Cannabis sativa, flowers of Datura, and fruits of Erythroxylum coca. Nagaraj says 29th A is the answer. Mansi also A, Rukmini also A. Okay, I see consistency and I see correct answer. SMAC is obtained from the latex of Papaver somniferum. What is SMAC? SMAC is the other name for heroin. Other name for heroin, and heroin comes under opioids, and Papaver somniferum is opium poppy. So whatever thing that you get from this opium poppy are known as opioids. So heroin or SMAC, or you have one more name for it. What is the other name for it? Diacetylmorphin. Diacetylmorphin. Why do you call it like that? Because morphine also you get from the latex of the Papaver somniferum. This morphine, my dear children, if at all you acetylate it, that's how you get heroin. Okay, so your answer for this question would be A. Okay. Going ahead, children, please don't run away. Go to the next question. You know what? I can also solve it with high speed, but I am not solving it so that everyone understand, which is why I request you to solve with me. Okay? Now, tobacco consumption is known to stimulate secretion of adrenaline and noradrenaline. The component causing this could be nicotine, tannic acid, curcumin, and catechin. We solved it. We solved it in Brahmastra, right? Those of you who are watching Brahmastra, can you give me a thumbs up? I really want to see it. Okay, so tobacco consumption, basically it increases the secretion of adrenaline and noradrenaline. What component is there in the tobacco that causes it? It is a nicotine. It is a nicotine. It's a drug. Okay, nicotine is a drug which basically leads to high blood pressure. So adrenaline and noradrenaline, they make our blood beat so fast, which is why we would be having high blood pressure and things like that. So if at all you get a question, which is that drug responsible for high BP? It is none other than nicotine, which is found in tobacco. So all of you who told me the answer, I'll read out their names starting from Nagaraj, Putta, Rukmini, Mansi. Every one of you are absolutely correct, and Vidya also. Awesome. Let's go ahead with the next question. Heroin obtained from acetylation of morphine is commonly called as. We just studied about it. Can you try to solve it? Heroin formed by acetylation of morphine is commonly called as what? Coke, crack, smack, or charas? Yes, 31. The answer for 31, Rukmini says C, Putta says smack, Nagaraj says C. Okay, so the answer for this question is what? C. We just studied, no? Heroin, you also call it as diacetylmorphin. You have another name for it and it is known as smack. You can get one more question. What does it do? What does it do to us? Do you know any idea? What does heroin? If someone takes heroin, what happens to them? Any idea? Come on. That can also be a question. 31C, yes Vidya, you are also correct, darling. Morphine is another drug that you get from the same plant. So first actually you get morphine, And if at all you make some chemical changes, that is you make it undergo acetylation process, then you get the next product which is known as heroin or diacetylmorphin. And both of them have different functions in our body. Basically, if suppose someone takes it, both of them have different functions. I am talking about heroin. Do you know the function of heroin? What does it do? No one knows, is what I am assuming, since no one is telling me the answer. Come on, children. Heroin, what does it do? 32. Nagaraj, tell me the answer for this particular question first. What does heroin do? Yes, Rukmini, at last someone is there. Yes, depression. Okay, it's like me causing depression. Okay, so Rukmini says heroin is a depressant and slows down the body function. Yes, please remember it. It's a repeated question. Heroin is a depressant. It slows down our body functions. And morphine, which is there, it is sedative and a painkiller. You should not be taking it. It should be taken when doctor gives you after a surgery for reducing the pain. Okay. And basically both of this, morphine and heroin, affects our central nervous system as in brain and our spinal cord, and also our gastrointestinal tract. Remember that. Okay, now going ahead with the next question which is there. And thank you so much Rukmini as well as Nagaraj as well as Putta. Now let's go ahead with the next thing. Marijuana is extracted from. Marijuana is extracted from raisin leaves and flowers of cannabis plant, ergot fungus, roots of hemp plant and cocoa plant. What is the answer for this question? 32 question. 32nd question. Marijuana is extracted from. Come on. I'll give you a clue. Charas, ganja, bhang, everything extracted from the same plant itself. 32A is the answer, is what Nagaraj is saying. Rukmini also says 32A. Anyone to compete them and say no, 32A is not the answer? No. Everyone says, Putta also says 32A. So everyone says they are correct. Your friends are correct. Is it? Yes, you are absolutely correct. It is from raisin leaves and flowers of cannabis plant. So cannabis sativa is a plant. From each part of this plant you can get drugs. Marijuana, hashish, charas, ganja, everything is from this particular plant. And it affects our cardiovascular system. And always remember, this is a drug which is being abused by sports people. So if at all a question comes, which is the drug abused by sports people, it is cannabinoids. Okay, it is cannabinoids that you get from cannabis plant. So your answer for this question is A. Going ahead with the next question. Charas and ganja are the drug which affects. I just told you the answer. You can try it out for yourself. By then I'll solve a doubt of Putta. Please tell me the effect of smack. Smack is heroin, right? Smack is heroin. Heroin slows down your body function. It is a depressant. Remember that. 33. Rukmini says the answer for this question is B. Charas and ganja are the drugs which affects respiratory system, cardiovascular system, digestive system, nervous system. So B is the answer. Does it affect the cardiovascular system? Yes, ma'am. You just told that cannabinoids as a whole affects the cardiovascular system, and charas and ganja are cannabinoids, which is why your answer for this question is the cardiovascular system. Okay. Heroin is the other. Smack is the other name for heroin, dear. Putta, smack is the other name for heroin. Okay. Yes, Vidya, you are also absolutely correct. Now, going ahead, 34th question. Cocaine is obtained from. Where do you get cocaine from? Ma'am, market. No. From which plant? Erythroxylum coca, Papaver somniferum, Atropa belladonna, or Datura, Datura stramonium. What is your answer for this question? Cocaine is obtained from which plant? Rukmini says, okay, Putta says 34A, Rukmini also says 34A. Is it A? Cocaine is obtained. Nagaraj also says 34A. Is it A? Erythroxylum coca? Cocaine is obtained from Erythroxylum coca, which is a native plant found in South America. So all of you who have told Erythroxylum coca, you are absolutely correct. Now try the next question. Cocaine is commonly known as what? Smack, coke, heroin or cola. Cocaine is commonly known as what? Smack, coke, heroin or cola. Smack, we know it is known as heroin. The smack is the other name for heroin. And heroin has been put down over here. So basically these two options are odd one out. Now coke or cola? Coca-Cola. 34B, okay. I see Putta and Nagaraj and Rukmini, everyone saying it is 34B, which is why 35B, sorry, which is why I should lock it. Yes. Cocaine is also known as coke, and the other name for this is also crack. It is also known as coke and it is also known as crack. Remember it, coke and crack. And my dear children, one very important thing for those of you who are facing trouble in PU2, we have launched a series. I hope you guys remember about the series, about the crash course, right? Target 90 plus crash course has been launched on Saturday. Today you will get a video of all about the crash course. Make sure you watch it and then take the informed decision. Over here, we assure you all of your syllabus would be completed by January 11th. Okay, by Jan 11th, all the syllabus will be completed. By Feb, you will be starting your test series for PU2. Okay? Chalo. Now we were here. Let me go back here. Now how do you go back there? Yes, we were here. 36th question. Now 36th, Nagaraj also is already started giving me the answer. Let me go ahead. Cocaine interferes with the transport of the neurotransmitter acetylcholine, glutamate, dopamine and glycine. What is the answer for this question? Cocaine interferes with the transfer of what? So cocaine affects our central nervous system again. Okay, and in our central nervous system, you have a neurotransmitter which is known as dopamine. What does this dopamine do? Dopamine gives us happiness, energy. Okay, so basically this particular coke or crack, it goes and affects the dopamine receptor such that basically there is continuous release of dopamine, which is why you get a sense of euphoria. You become extremely happy, so happy. Okay, so that does not mean that for being happy you have to go there. Okay, can you do separate 2 marker, 3 marker, one short video for all the chapters? Definitely doing that. Please not worry. Okay, fine. Just give me a second, children. Let me see how many number of questions are being left over here. Okay, 40 we are on. 4 more questions are there. Okay, 4 more questions would be left. Chalo. Okay, so 37th, okay, so dopamine was the thing that causes euphoria and that is being affected, which is why after having cocaine, my dear children, there's a sense of happiness and also hallucination. You will start to see that cows are flying. Now 37th question, try to solve this question. 37th question. Which of the following plants does not possess hallucinogenic properties? Erythroxylum coca, Atropa belladonna, Datura, Papaver somniferum. Which of them does not possess hallucinogenic properties? Puttaraju Karthik says 37D. Sagar also says it is D. Okay. What about others? What about others? Nagaraj also says D. Okay. So that means you are saying erythroxylum coca causes hallucination? Yes, ma'am, you just told. Erythroxylum coca is where you get cocaine from and it causes hallucination. Now there are 3 plants given in your NCERT that causes hallucination. One is erythroxylum coca, the second one is Atropa belladonna, the third one is Datura. 3 of them causes hallucination. Which one is odd one out? Papaver somniferum. So your answer for this question becomes D. Papaver somniferum is the one without the hallucinogenic property. You are correct. Okay, 37 is D. Let's go with the next question. 38th question. Children, I told you let's go one by one. Do not go fast. Come on. The drug that is being abused by sports person is, this is what we just discussed a little time before, right? A drug. Just a second, children. What?
Close while going.
Yes, sure. The drug that is being abused by sports person is opioids, barbiturates, cannabinoids or LSD. What is the answer? 38C is what Nagaraj is saying and Putta is also saying. Is it C? Is it C? What is C? Cannabinoids. I told you while talking about cannabinoids that this is a drug that is being abused by sports people. They take it. Okay, they usually take it. So it's not opioids, it is not barbiturates, it's not even LSD. Now, 39th question. Yes, Rukmini, you were correct. Vidya also correct. Sagar is also correct. Now 39th question, which drug is used as medicine to help patients cope with depression and insomnia? So a person, if at all they have depression or they are feeling insomniac, that means they are not able to sleep at night, what drug will you give? The doctor will give what drug? 39B, morphine, amphetamines, cannabinoids, cocaine. Morphine, if it is given, then they will have sedation, okay, and they will have pain killing effect. Amphetamines is something that you use to treat depression as well as insomnia, okay. Cannabinoids, if you give them, they will be in different worlds. Same goes with cocaine also, so you do not want that to happen, which is why your answer would be B. Barbiturates and amphetamines are the ones that cope up people with depression as well as insomnia. Now the 40th question, which is going to be the last question for today's live. So it's getting dark over here, not pretty safe, so which is why we'll soon end the live. Just try this question, okay? A chemical structure is given below. Identify its plant source. So this is the structure given. You have to tell from which plant do you get it. Atropa belladonna, Cannabis sativa, Papaver somniferum or Erythroxylum coca. 40C is what Putta is saying. Rukmini also says 40C. Vidya has a different answer. Okay dear, can you check once which question? Nagaraj says C, Sagar also says C. Okay, so the answer for this question is Papaver somniferum, because you know what is this drug? This is morphine. Remember, it looks like a O. It looks like a O, that means it has to be an opioid. And in opioid, you have two options, heroin or morphine. The answer for this is morphine. This is the structure for morphine, and these two things you get from Papaver somniferum, which is why your answer is C. Okay, if at all you are given one more structure where it looks something like this, okay, there is a step sort of thing, then that is a cannabinoid. So two structures are given in NCERT, go through them. Fine. So with this, my dear children, we end today's live. We have solved all the 40 questions. If at all you think it was helpful, please make sure you share it with your friends also. You like the video, and my dear children, be there for the next live as well. Okay, wishing you all the best. Putta, since there are some problems happening up here, I would not be able to continue, but I think it was helpful, at least this much. Yes, cool. So we'll go ahead. See you soon then. Thank you so much, my dear children. Lots of love to you guys, Rukmini, Vidya, Putta, and Sagar, Nagaraj, all of you. Lots of love. Take care of yourselves. See you really soon in the next live. Until then, study hard, and work smart also. And please go and get the crash course if you think it's useful for you. So bye-bye. Take care.